One of the projects which is coming to the MCU is the sequel of Captain Marvel, and from the looks of things, Carol Danvers will have a lot of company this time around. And the movie is going higher, further, faster than the first movie. And today, we are going to tell you everything we know so far and take a first look into it. Enjoy! Captain Marvel 1 Recap.
Perhaps this is a mercy. We've given you a great gift, the chance to fight for the good of all.
Before we move on, let's take a look at the first movie, everything that happened, and how it will serve for the continuation of the sequel based upon it. In 1995, Hala, the Kree Empire's capital planet, recruits Warrior and Star Force members Vers. However, she suffers from recurring nightmares involving an older woman. Yon-Rogg is the mentor of Vers and the commander at the same time, and she is the one that presents herself as the organic artificial intelligence who also acts as the ruler of all the Kree, and the same person who tells Vers to keep her emotions in check, a rule every Kree warrior must follow. After being captured by Ronan and the Skrulls, she gets tapped into her brain and her memories can be seen, and she goes to planet Earth where her memories are from. Her presence attracts the S.H.I.E.L.D. organization and Fury leads the charge, with Agent Coulson as his second in command. As the movie progresses, Vers goes deeper and deeper into what is familiar to her and tries to find out who she really is, her true identity. She learns that she was a pilot before becoming a Kree warrior, and that the organic artificial intelligence is rather her captain when she was a pilot. Talos, the Skrull leader, follows Carol Danvers, her real name on Earth, and tells her that his race are refugees who are trying to find their peace after their homes are destroyed by the Kree all over the galaxy. Carol also reunites with her friend from back in the day, her favorite pilot, Maria Rambeau. Danvers chases Yon-Rogg and discovers the extent of her powers in the process. She single-handedly destroys multiple ballistic missiles that Ronan has fired, after being called by Yon-Rogg to attack Earth. After the dust settles, Danvers agrees to help the Skrulls find their new home, giving Fury a modified pager with which he will contact her in an emergency. In a present day, in the mid-credit scene, she meets the Avengers Natasha Romanoff, Steve Rogers, Bruce Banner, and James Rhodes, all who were monitoring Fury's pager. Captain Marvel 2 announcement and title. As Marvel moves with full steam ahead for the Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, in the projects listed who will all be a part of this phase, the sequel of Captain Marvel was in the mix too, with an official title coming together with the announcement, and the official title of the sequel being The Marvels. All of the projects released in 2021 have been streaming options, but the theatrical slate is what has the fans clamoring for more. Marvel will release 4 movies this year, if everything goes to plan, beginning with Black Widow this July. In 2022, 4 new entries will be jammed-packed, and one of those entries is the sequel, The Marvels, with Nia DaCosta helming the film as the first Black woman directing a project in Marvel Studios. Captain Marvel 2 release date and trailer. When Disney shifted the delays of their Phase 4 movies and series, with the delay of Black Widow to November 2020, it was announced that the sequel, The Marvels, would be released on July 8, 2022. However, further reshuffles took place in the upcoming MCU movies, and the Marvel spot was taken by Black Panther 2, the original July release. Thus, as of right now, the movie will hit the theaters on November 11, 2022, in the UK and US, the official release date that stands to this day, which might be prone to any delays if the situation demands it. The filming of the movie hasn't started just yet, but is expected to begin by the end of May, early June, which will fit perfectly with the November 2022 release. As for the trailer side of things, if the filming begins according to plans, we could see some kind of a teaser trailer by the end of this year, but it is still possible for any footage to be out in the early months of 2022. Captain Marvel 2 cast. Even from way back, we already know that Brie Larson would be back as the titular character for the sequel. However, we didn't know until recently who will be keeping her company in the next movie. Teyonah Parris, after making her debut in the WandaVision series, will appear as a grown-up version of Monica Rambeau. The sequel will also feature Iman Vellani as Kamala Khan, aka Miss Marvel, who will make her MCU debut in the series of the same name in late 2021. In the comics, Kamala Khan is the one who takes the mantle of Miss Marvel after Carol Danvers becomes Captain Marvel. But in the MCU, seeing how Carol was never Miss Marvel, Kamala will be the first Miss Marvel in that universe. Seeing Monica gain superpowers in the WandaVision series means that there could be yet another Captain Marvel in town, counting up to 3 together with the previous 2. The return of Lashana Lynch is ruled out after being confirmed that she died during the 5-year snap of Thanos. The only other casting we know so far for the sequel at the moment is that the main villain will be played by Zawe Ashton. However, it is still unclear who she will be playing. But she better be powerful because she is taking on 3 Captain Marvel characters at the same time. It is still a possibility that we will see Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury, together with his relationship with Goose, the cat, who is actually an alien called Flerken. That is everything that is known so far. These are all the casting confirmed for the sequel. Captain Marvel 2 plot. For the plot side of things, we can see that the title itself suggests a team-up between Carol Danvers, Kamala Khan, and Monica Rambeau. WandaVision hinted that nothing is all well between Monica and Carol, so this might be one of the focuses when it comes to the plot side of things. And a little more insight into it, the sequel was also described as a cosmic adventure, and that it will take place in the present day, meaning that all of the previous projects which will release before the sequel will be part of the Marvels and possibly have an effect on it. The sequel will be after Avengers Endgame, and then the 5-year time jump, which means sometime in 2023. Even though she helped in the events of the last Avengers movie, she did not have a lot of screen time, so it is very hard to predict what the plot will be. It has also been confirmed by the Russo brothers that she was not part of the whole Avengers movie because it was a story about the original 6, this partly being why she was off helping other planets that were also affected by the snap. Captain Marvel was definitely integral to defeating the Mad Titan, and she also appeared at Tony Stark's memorial too. But this was the time when we also last saw her, so it is anyone's guess as to what she was doing in the meantime, from that point to the time when the events of the Marvels take place. Whatever it may be, we're in for a ride when it comes to her character, because outside of her powers and her past, there is not much known about her, in the MCU that is, so the sequel will probably show more of her as a character and just what she is capable of. Thus, be on the lookout to any news regarding the sequel coming your way. On a related note, tell us down in the comments below, which character has been your favorite from the first movie, and which character would you like to see in the sequel, and why? And also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you would like to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.